technical difficulties. What's going on there? I hope we're on, y'all. Hey, rise up if we are. If we're not, rise up anyway. So, uh, trying to trying to dial in right quick. I know we are having technical difficulties with StreamYard today, and okay, it does show that we're live.
All right.
All right. Uh, what's going
We
on,
in
wide
here.
body? Hey, yeah. Somebody said we in here. Cool.
All right. Good. Good. We made it. We made it. What's happening, King
Right.
Richie?
Goodness gracious. What's going on, y'all? Hey, rise up. Thank y'all for stopping in. Welcome to the 404 Blitz Package. I'm your host, Yosarian, along with my co-host, Daryl. We're hoping Mathis makes it, but if not, hey, we're going to do this thing. Go ahead and have some fun tonight. It's good to be back. Yep. Let's go hunt, baby. Let's go hunt, King Richie.
Yep.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Daryl. Uh,
Ooh, what's happening, Falcons fans? Feel like I ain't talked to y'all in a minute. It's
right.
Daryl, aka Black Jedi. That's BLAKK Jedi. Following me on Twix and Insta at that name. And this morning, I was thinking as I was getting dressed, typically there's two types of people in this world. Those of us that put our socks and shoes on, you put both socks on and then both shoes on. This morning, I tried it the other way. Put one sock on, one shoe on, and one sock on, one shoe on. For those of y'all to do it that way, y'all weird. Y'all some weirdos. Just my Jedi mind playing tricks on me this morning while I was getting ready for work. I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do this. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here.
At least you can find your socks. Okay. Anyway, hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. All the mothers out there,
Hmm.
and all of the fathers who had to take care of mothers and all of that good stuff. Hopefully y'all did a good job making sure you gifted your moms and your wives and all of that good stuff. Let them know how much we appreciate them. Hey man, ain't nothing like a mother. Ain't nobody
Mm.
like mama.
Mm.
So daddy, I said, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. I'm a mama's boy. Uh, so hopefully y'all had a good time. I had a good time. My mom and my stepfather, they're so hilarious, man. Anytime I go over there, they're gonna have a conversation. They're gonna have an argument about politics, man. It's it never fails, man. So it's so funny. Even my girls when they talk to me, "Hey, you went over Granny house? Yeah, I went over there. She said, well, her and Papa arguing about politics. Hey, man, that's what they do. But hey, they about to celebrate like 30, 35 years of marriage. So hey, it's all good.
Man, that's good then.
Hey, I don't know how it works, but it, it works. All right. Hey, the Falcons, Daryl. The Falcons have just finished the rookie mini camp.
Yep, yep.
Um, you got anything to say about the rookie mini camp? What were you looking for going into it? What were your thoughts just going into it before before you actually saw what happened? But
Yeah, I was more. I mean, I was interested in seeing, our especially our two number ones play, or I should say, get some, get out there and get cracking. But I was more interested in what the coaches had to say. Just listening to coaches talk about, hey, this is what we expected, or this is why we drafted these guys, and so that was, because I saw a bunch of interviews on it. It was just real interesting to listen to uh, I want to say it was a linebackers coach, and he was talking about Jalen Walker and how uh, he was impressive as a person, right? Not just as, a football player, but he impressed them in the interview. And then when you watch an interview with them, you see what he's talking about, right? You see that, right? And so then somebody asked him about Pierce, and they said, "Hey, y'all had some reservations on Pierce. You know what? What were those about?" And he basically said, "Look, I'm not going, we ain't going to air that out, but we have a family here, and we think that, he could fit right in, and we could give him some guidance." And then you see an interview with Pierce, and you can see Pierce is almost trying to emulate Walker in the interview. He's
Mm,
almost trying to sound like he don't quite do it, right? Because it ain't, Walker been doing this for years. He's, that's how he was brought up. But you can see he's trying to emulate, he's trying to kind of walk in those same footsteps. So it's real interesting. It's just a real interesting dynamic to watch those two.
gotcha. Yeah. Going into it, I just wanted to see how they looked, how they looked standing beside each other and the rest of the guys, just how they look, man, with the helmet on. Of course, we've seen them in shorts running the combine and all that good stuff. Just in the Falcons, that even though they had on white, and just to see how it looks. And I will say, all right, Jalen Walker looks like Jalen Walker. I've been watching him for years, of course, with Georgia. Man, dude, James Pierce is huge, man. Dude, I looking at him at Tennessee, I only paid attention to him sparingly. At Tennessee, I've followed him a little bit more in regards to the draft, coming up to the draft and all of that, but not really just seeing him beside other players. Goodness gracious, the dude is huge. I know somebody said, and he reminded them of Javon Curse. That's real, man. That's real. He's 6'5". He's a real 6'5", long arms. I know Javon Curse had like a 74-inch wingspan. He was 6'3", 6'4", 265. Man, Pierce is a true 6'5". He's a little
Hmm.
lighter, but he's gaining weight. Look like he's putting on about 5, 7 pounds, something like that. Hey, man, dude looks like Javon Curse. I hope he could play like Javon Curse. He got the speed to kill. I mean, he has the speed to kill. Um, Man, if he can, if that could translate, he is a strong guy as well. If that could translate to the NFL, man, I can see why the Falcons wanted him at 15. Just by looking at him. Oh my goodness, he's a big guy. But you know who else is a big guy? Jack Nelson is humongous, man. Hey, 6'9", 6'9", and I call him 6'9", number 69. Dude, he's 6'7", 315, 317, almost 320. Goodness gracious, man. You see him just towering over some of those guys. It's crazy. Um,
Did you see his interview?
no, no. What would you get from his interview?
Okay, because like how when you watch YouTube, because they had it all in one video, you
Hmm.
can and they section it off, so you see that Jalen Walker had the longest time,
Gotcha.
So by the
Hmm.
time you get to what's his name, the
Nelson.
OT Nelson, by the time you get to Nelson, his is real short, right? Because they didn't have a whole lot of questions for him, and he was just so like I don't want to say happy to be there, but you could tell he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be here long. So I'm gonna do this while I'm here. And they were like, well, so what do you think about this? And he was like, with them one word answers. He was like, oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, that's good too. Yep, that's good.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, what do you expect to do tomorrow? He's like, we do it tomorrow. We just go do
Yeah,
it.
I remember. I remember that.
I'm
I
like,
remember
bet,
that.
all right. I want that dude on my team already because he is Mr. What's old boy from ESPN, Bomani Jones, how's he put it? Mr. Can't go back.
Mm.
He Mr. Can't go back. He like I can't go back there. I got in the door. I can't go back. That's him. I
Mhm.
got that total vibe for him. So I really feeling that dude on the offensive line. And like you said, he big.
Big man.
Shoot, put him on the defensive line. Let him just clog up the middle a little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's humongous, man. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I like it, man. I like what I saw. Saw a little bit of the tight end out of South Carolina. Yeah, yeah, wide body. Hey, look, monster size. Monster size. Goodness gracious. Tight end out of South Carolina. Joshua. Joshua Simon making some grabs. Look real good, man. I know he's a baller. South Carolina did good last year, and I'm really glad that the Georgia Bulldogs didn't have to play him. Um, but Simon looked good, man. We'll see. We know we have what Kyle Pitts. We got Charlie Warner who's going to make the team, so it'll be Kyle and Charlie. Um, Who else we got? Oh, your boy Felipe. Felipe will make the
Felipe
team on
Franks.
special teams. Oh, Felipe. Goodness gracious.
You know what's crazy? Kyle Pitts is the same size as Pierce is. Kyle Pitts is an inch taller. And before Pierce started putting on his weight, actually
Hmm.
they weighed the same, 245.
Mm.
That's crazy. That's insane. Why is that dude not anyway, don't get me started on Kyle Pitts right now.
Right. But hey, as long as Simon can come in and do his job, blocking,
Mhm.
chip blocking, whatever, catch your handful of passes if if that's the plan. But hey, come in willing to block. You'll make the team. He'll make the team. He'll make the team. I'm sorry, we just jumped into UDFA's, but that's what I saw. Um, so why about it? Tell me what you think. What did you feel going into the mini camp? What were you expecting? King Richard, let me know, what were you expecting? And coming out of it, did you hear anything? Did you see anything from any other sources that make you feel a little bit different, make you feel better or worse in regards to the mini camp? So James Pierce is huge. Now, one thing I don't like, something we found out about, I don't like. I don't like the fact that they're going to be um, mainly using Jalen Walker as an edge or outside linebacker. I don't like that. He's a great pass rusher. He did great at Georgia, rushing the passer, great. But I don't like that fit for him. I can see him as another Caden Ellis type, a little bit faster, maybe more. I don't know if more physical, but definitely more athletic. I want Jalen Walker out there 3 downs.
Mhm.
But if he's at edge, you got to go. You look at the lineup, man. You got James Pierce Jr. You got Jalen Walker. You got Arnold Ebiketie. Malone's going to be trying to play, and you got Leonard Floyd,
Mhm.
Braylon Trice. There's a lot of people trying to get on the field, for those 3 plays at a time. And I like the fact that they have depth and a great rotation. But man, I want Jalen Walker out there all game. And I know he's just a rookie, but I want him out there all game, man. I'd rather
I
see
think
Jalen Walker and uh uh Caden Ellis together. I'd love to see that together. And then Diablo mixing it in as well. But I want to see both of them out there together. Jonathan, so does the schedule drop tonight, or is it still a few days away? Sorry if it's off topic. I think we use Walker as a Swiss Army. There you go, Swiss
there
Army
you go.
Army knife.
Mhm.
I need to check on
Schedule
the schedule.
schedule dropping on the 14th. Drop on the
14th. There you
14th.
go.
Now they you know how they do. They leak little bits out. So like we know we're going to Berlin to play on November 9th. We're going to play the Colts in Berlin.
Hmm.
Or at least that's what was leaked. We'll see for sure on the 14th.
And we know who we're playing, the NFC West, pretty much, right?
Yeah. We know the teams we're playing.
Hmm.
And then we just figured they'll just come out with the days and where we're playing. Yep. Looking forward to whooping the Saints twice.
Hmm.
Looking
Hmm.
forward to whooping
Oh
the Saints
yes,
twice. I'll say it again.
bring
Looking
that up.
forward to whooping the Saints twice.
Yep.
Y'all hold me to that
Listen. So, how do y'all feel about that as well?
one.
There- That's some great stuff. Derek Carr has officially retired. The New Orleans Saints have Rattler and
Rattler,
Shuck.
shuck. All shucks.
I
I
heard,
mean,
yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of shucks going on. Shucking. Somebody said they're going to be shucking oysters. Whole lot of shucking going on down
yeah,
there.
man. It's
I can't wait to
not
play them now, man. I cannot.
but no number one, because they new coach came in talking smack, right? Came in saying,
Kellen Moore,
well,
yeah.
we playing the Falcons twice a year, so that's 2 easy wins. Oh, really? Anyway,
He
he
did
gonna make
say
me cuss
that.
on
He
TV.
he did say that. Oh, Ellen Moore, huh? He did say that.
Ellen Moore. But to David Carr's credit, I will give him this. But okay, number one, I can't say I've always liked David Carr, but I've always thought he seemed like a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
David Carr always, even when he was with the Raiders, he seemed like just a good dude that was just kind of in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
To his credit, he retired because he could have legit walked in to training camp and said, "Hey, y'all know my shoulder messed up. I got to get this operated on. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all pick the doctors. Oh, and by the way, pay me my money."
Right,
And they'd
right.
have been on the hook.
Mm-hmm.
He retires. He frees up what 30 million, something like that, for them to work with now. And granted, they still take the dead cap hit, I believe, next year, but he frees it up to work with. That's a stand-up dude. He in essence left millions on the
Mm-hmm.
table
Mm-hmm.
just so he wasn't gonna screw the Saints over. Mad props. Mad props to David Carr. Thank you for retiring. So now we can watch the travesty that is going to be the New Orleans Saints.
I
Because
always thought he was a good quarterback. Yeah.
this is what me and my boss talked about today. He said he heard him described as the Matt Ryan of Jake Plumbers. He's the top of the quarterback that you like. They kind of mediocre. He's the best one
Wait.
of the mediocre quarterbacks.
Well, that's crazy, man.
The- no, there is no insult to Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan was a very, very good borderline Hall of Fame, depending on who you ask, quarterback, right? So,
What?
so
Matt Ryan
you,
was a great quarterback. Hold on, man.
but you take that section of quarterbacks that was Jake Plummer, them Jake Plumbers. David Carr was the top of them. He's the best
Got
of the mediocres.
you. I
That's
got
what he
you.
was.
I got you. Yeah, yeah. I actually think he was better than Jake Plummer. Much better. But
Yeah,
anyway,
he's the best of the Jake Plumbers. He's in that category.
in that
He's not elite. Like, do you consider him to be in the same? You don't. Okay, let's get out of the way.
so he's like
We
Kirk
don't consider.
Cousins.
See,
Is
I would
Kirk
say Kirk
Cousins in that
Cousins is
same
better. I
category?
say Kirk Cousins is better. So like, he's not Brady,
No.
Manning, right? He's not Matt Ryan, Philip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger,
Mm.
right? He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Kirk Cousins. Maybe you put him in there with Kirk Cousins.
Kirk
Maybe with
Cousins,
Kirk
yeah.
Cousins. Yeah. So he's in that realm, and they
Yeah.
say he's the best of the Kirk
Okay.
Cousins, the Dak
Gotcha.
Prescotts,
I get
yeah,
it.
them, them,
Those guys, them guys.
them guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, Georgia, Texas boy? Hey man, everybody doing great. We will rise in
We will
2025.
ride.
I like it already. I like what I see. Oh, another thing I noticed, and I didn't even think about this for the draft. Hey man, we went quality over
Mm.
quantity.
Mm.
And I chose quality. I chose quality. I had to think about that. We went quality over quantity, and it worked out. We could have easily traded back, but we went quality over quantity. Traded up back into the first round to get
Mm.
one of the top rushes in the draft. Hey man, quality over quantity, it always works. And even in the UDFA time in the what they call it, the eighth round, man, picked up probably the best cornerback out there.
Kobe?
So yeah, Kobe
Jacoby
Bryant.
Bryant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I look at I look at the undrafted free agents because they get to choose where they go, right? They can just pick
Mhm.
who they want to talk to. On one hand, it's good because we got some quality. Is that is that is
Oh
that
Lord,
him?
they
Is
working
that
him to death. They working him to death. It's cold and he's sweating.
What's happening, Matthews?
What up, man?
I hate the summertime now because I'm in here sweating when I could be sitting down relaxing.
That's what's up.
Y'all good?
Yeah, man. Everything
Yeah, man.
good. Everything good. Just talking
I
to the
got a
fellas.
question for you.
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Mathis, when you put your socks and shoes on, do you put both socks on and then both shoes? Or do you put one sock, one shoe, one sock, one shoe?
Both sides.
All right, good to go. You good then. You good. I tried it the other way this morning. It's weird. People that do that are weirdos. They weirdos. That's all.
And that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking. That's why I said you was on your own.
Oh,
a day after Mother's Day. So what kind of Mother's Day did he have?
hey, my mama got
A drunk
flowers.
one, a drunk one.
My mama got flowers. Come on now, shoot.
That's what's up. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Matt, for those who may not already know.
Yeah, man, it's your boy MFJ. You can find me on Instagram at M_F_J21. I'm on X too. I'm on X too.
Okay.
Same information. We appreciate the love and support.
Yeah. So Matt, we were just talking about the rookie mini camp, what we expected going into the rookie mini camp, if there was anything that you was looking for, forward to in particular, and coming out of rookie mini camp, how do you feel now about um, your team, your rookies, your your group of guys?
I like our I like our draft class, and I like the unrestricted free agent pickup. I'm happy. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I caught you.
About to drown
Nah,
myself on this frosty. What?
yeah, well, that's why I caught your mustache too. Yeah.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Besides not getting a D tackle, I'm completely cool with what they did in the draft. Uh, Terry made the splash. Probably could have got a different D, but a different edge rusher. But James Pierce is here. I'm happy to see what he brings to the table. The one person who I'm about to be paying attention to is Kobe Bryant, though, undrafted. 'Cause I think by middle of the season, he's probably going to be starting. So I think that was an excellent find by the Falcons too.
Over
Um,
who?
Yeah.
Over who? Yo
Yeah.
ballerina. Yo yo
Mike
ballerina.
Hughes?
Y'all give me 1 second, man. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All
Uh,
right, bet. Over
yeah.
Mike Hughes?
Okay. Let's say every position is sold up. Do you really feel like you comfortable with Mike Hughes out there?
No. But PFF says I should be. It's crazy. PFF says that Mike Hughes was a good to slightly above average cornerback for most of the year. And ironically, the two bad games he had was against Minnesota, and I think it was the last Carolina game, if I remember right. But other than that, supposedly he had a good year.
I
So
mean, Mike Hughes didn't have a bad year. He started off the year banging, hitting everything he saw. So I'm not taking anything from him. But as a business, if you're able to upgrade the position, then you upgrade the position. So if Kobe Bryant turns around and ends up being a better corner, then it is what it is.
we'll see. We'll see. I find it interesting. I was saying when you jumped on that on one hand, it's cool that we got all these undrafted free agents that came because they could pick they wanted to go to Atlanta. But I think it spoke volumes of the fact that so many of them wanted to come to Atlanta because I think they feel they have a chance, a real shot of getting on the team and starting.
Is
So
that a good
Kobe
thing or a
Bryant.
bad thing?
It's like I said,
Literally,
it depends on how you look at it. So, you got cornerbacks that want to come here. That wide receiver Nash out of what, San Jose State?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and my pal Sal, he was like, "Yo, you need to check out this guy's tape. You need to look at this dude. Look at this dude." And I watch, and to me, he reminded me of Drake London, and I don't know if that's just because they both light skinned, but I'm like, he ain't blazing fast. He's a possession receiver that seemed to always catch the ball. So
Oh,
these guys are saying, oh, that's a good thing though.
and always catch touchdowns. That's all, dude. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah.
Woo.
So I just find it interesting that so many people, 11, and who knows who we didn't sign, 11 wanted to come to Atlanta. So that means there was 11 dudes out there that said, "Hey, I can make that team." And I don't know if that's good or bad. We'll see.
I've heard somebody else say something like that as well. Make that same type of statement. Hey, I want to go where I know I have an opportunity to make the team. And look at our wide receiver crew. Okay, we got Drake London, Mooney, maybe
Ray
Ray
Ray.
Ray,
No, Ray Ray. Don't be talking no maybe Ray Ray. Ray Ray could
maybe
play.
Ray Ray, Cordero Hodge.
Uh-huh.
You know they
After
use
that.
him sparingly. Right, right. Who Casey Washington? Am I missing somebody?
And
Blair,
number nine, what was number 19 name?
Blair.
Yeah,
Blair. Chris
Chris Blair.
Blair.
Man, hey, Nick Nash, he got a great chance of making that team. Dude, okay, so you saw his tape.
Yeah.
It's okay. He played at San Jose State. I know he didn't play against the best quality
Mhm.
teams. I get that. Dude had what 25 touchdowns in really in 2 years. They just say 2 years, 25 touchdowns, 2,200 yards, man, 186, 180 something, 130 something receptions, something like that. Dog, All American, consensus All American, unstoppable pretty much, man, for 2 years. He played receiver for 2 years. Now he played quarterback for
Quarterback. Yeah.
those other years, and he was hurt or played a long time. But for 2 years, he dominated, man. Dominated.
So is that
Absolutely
Muhammad
dominated.
Sanu? So that's Muhammad Sanu then.
Maybe a Sanu or maybe better, man. He has Sanu size. He got Sanu
Yeah.
size.
Look at
Speed.
he remind me of Drake London. When
Yeah.
I saw him running, I was like, dang, that look like Drake. And he might be slower than Drake. Like I think Drake might be a little faster than him.
Yeah.
But dude just is a
Catch the ball.
vacuum cleaner. You put the ball near him and he holding on to it. He breaking or he trying to break tackles. And then he catching touchdowns.
So
Those
that's
numbers.
so we got a new slot receiver then. I'll take a tall slot.
Oh yeah. And that'll
Yeah.
be great. That'll be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That they need that. Let Drake do his thing. Ray Ray dropped the ball too much for me. I like
He
him.
dropped the ball like 3 times. He's telling me he
Hey,
dropped the
that's too
ball
much,
too
man.
much.
You're a pro. Hey, they say if it touches your hand, he's for the catch.
Drake had more drops. To be
This year,
honest, I think
Did he?
so. Yeah.
probably, but he got the ball thrown at him way more.
So to be honest with you, and for Ray, the only two drops I remember were turnovers. One was a fumble and one
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
interception.
They were
So,
big. They hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt. And they were memorable because of that.
yeah, they definitely were.
Hey, this kid, that Nick Nash, I wrote that down. It was going to be one of the things I was going to talk about. He has a chance, man. He has a chance to make the team. He has a chance to. Hey, man, I'm gonna go out on a limb to be a starter, man.
What?
He has a chance to be a starter. Third receiver.
Okay.
Third receiver.
Undrafted free agent in the
Hey, that'll be the first time in I don't know
spot.
history of Atlanta Falcon football. I don't know. Hey, hold on. Did we draft Finneran? I can't remember. Was it you did?
I'll tell you. Give me a second.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
he
just
didn't.
wondering.
I don't think Brian finished here. We may have drafted Brian Finner.
No, he signed with what? No, that's not right. He was signed with the Seattle Seahawks as an undrafted free agent in
97.
1998
But
and
yeah.
also played for the Barcelona Dragons, Philadelphia Eagles, and Atlanta Falcons. So he was undrafted.
Hey, Brian Finneran Jr. Tall, slow, catch all the hard balls. Might drop the easy ones, but catch all the hard passes.
Now wait. To give Brian some credit, you got to remember what type of flamethrower he was dealing
Oh
with.
Yeah.
I get it. Nobody could deal with
I'm
nothing
gonna tell you right now,
like
if
Jake, man.
Brian Finneran would have played with Matt Ryan, I think Brian Finneran would have had numbers.
Yeah.
He did. He did play with Matt Ryan for a couple years, didn't he?
Maybe the I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I don't think he was
08,
on that
09.
08 team.
Yeah. It's saying he is. He said he played 10 games, only had 21 receptions. In '09, he played 10 games, had 11 receptions.
Mm,
In 10, played 16 games, had 19 receptions. So
Hmm.
he wasn't he was coming off the bench for real, right? Because you
Yeah,
talking about by then it was Roddy,
who, I
Michael
wonder
Jenkins.
Julio, Michael
Michael
Jenkins,
Jenkins. Yeah.
hmm and Tony Gonzalez. Was he there that year, or did Tony come the next year?
Tony might have got there in 10.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
10.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So he was still
Fenner
throwing the
only had
algae.
Yeah, Finneran's biggest year was just 838 yards. But
Okay.
like you said, he's known for the spectacular catch. Because
Mm-hmm.
boy, he get him on the sideline, tap them toes,
Mm-hmm.
but don't hit him in the hands over the middle.
I just got jealous, man. I just got jealous. Fishing out there in the Arizona sunshine. That's what's up. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
enjoy it.
Enjoy it. But he was saying that the three guys that he wanted, Georgia Texas boy, three guys that he wanted in the draft, we got Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., and Billy Bowman. He did. You remember we asked who was Billy Bowman? He kept putting that name up there, but hey, it fell, and every one of them fell right in our laps. Yeah,
But did we go wrong by drafting two safeties? Because okay, no.
I don't think so. I think
Hmm.
we went right.
Yeah,
I
because
think because
So that
Bowman is
one of
means
them
more
you
gonna
of
be
got
that
nickel.
nickel. We
One of them
were
going nickel.
yeah we
okay.
were wanting to know who that nickel was going to be, right? I think and that's another thing we found out. He's going to be running nickel.
All right. So my question to everybody is, you know what Tampa has with Vita Vea? Would you have taken one of those safety positions and gotten that big boy, even if he played one or two snaps a series? Would you have made? Would you have went that route over two safeties?
Before I know what I know now, you know, before we have an understanding of what we understand now, I guarantee we're going 4-3 now. We're going to be strong 4-3. 4-3. You normally don't have that monster. Now Philadelphia did. Some teams do, but most of the time they don't have that big monster guy because of the different responsibilities. You don't normally have that nose. I wanted a big boy because we didn't do well against the run at
Mhm.
all. It was terrible, right up the gut. But then I look at Jimmy Lake. I mean, I just always have to go back to the lack of coaching. They were not prepared last year, and hoping that old Brick would bring like we all hope that dynamic fire from the Jets. Where the Jets always had a good defense. I mean, perennially, they just have a good defense. So,
That's because they draft defensive players.
right, right, right. And Nate Ollie was talking about how we're going to be, coming. We coming. The defensive line coach. So I can understand why we didn't get a big guy. Like I said 20 days ago, I wanted a big guy, but now I kind of understand their thinking. Hopefully, it doesn't backfire on us, Matt, because we haven't had a big guy in a long time. So
We don't see.
I guess this, and they bumping. They said Doylis is going to be back on the outside. He'll be playing the big end. And I always talked about having, in a 4-3, you're going to have that big end. You're going to have that three down lineman, and then that outside linebacker or that edge to make that fourth. That'll be the slim, slender or slim guy, fast guy. But the big ends are going to be Brandon Doylis and Harrison. They're going to be the big ends. They're going to push Harrison back outside. So I like that. We all talked about him being an end, and
Mhm.
They can cut
so
doorless. They can cut doorless loose.
hey man, Nate Ollie talking
How
big
you gonna
stuff,
cut
man.
this? You ain't even seen him play.
Hey,
How you gonna cut him?
Well, because Braylon Price tore his ACL. That's the reason why he wasn't on the field. This guy wasn't on the field, and he was healthy. What do I need to see him for?
I think you done said cut Trice too, though, haven't you?
Nah, I ain't never said. I ain't never
You
said
say cut
say cut
Troy.
Troy. Yeah, Troy can
Oh, you
go.
said cut Troy.
See,
Troy
that's the
fits
dilemma.
perfectly in his system. Troy
Put
is
Troy
perfect
on
in his
the
system.
end. Put Troy at the edge. I don't want to see Troy do nothing but run around and try to get to the quarterback. Because if he goes further than 5 yards, he's liable to get hurt. And I don't have time. I don't even get my hopes up about dude.
We'll have this discussion in November.
I apologize to Troy if he plays 12 games. But I know he ain't playing 12.
Well, one thing
With my
is
luck,
we are less than 12 weeks away from some football. The Hall of Fame game will be kicking off August the 1st, I believe. So we're
Dang,
less than 12 weeks away from some football.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready for football, but Jesus, if this year don't slow down. The
Hey, dog, it's
fact that
already
you can
May,
say
man.
12 weeks, like that's
Hey,
crazy. We about to talk about August in 12 weeks. Nah,
yeah. Time flies, baby.
mid-May.
Just wait till you hit 40.
I'm cool.
Man, it's gonna be over
I'm
then.
cool. I'm cool. We're
It's
not, we're not. Let
it's
that shit
over.
be slow.
It's over, baby. Hey, one foot in, one foot out, baby.
No, what? No, not yet. Not yet. Ooh.
Get ready for the open room, baby. That's funny. Yeah. So, um, man, I like what I see. I just hope everybody is healthy. We're gonna have a lot of players, a lot of players playing edge. I don't know how that's gonna work, man.
Hmm.
I don't
It's,
know how it's going
it's
because you want everybody. You want
now it's
everybody to make
overly
the team.
saturated, huh?
I want everybody to make the team. Maybe Malone. See, when Malone played, he played well,
Mhm.
and I know he'll still be a guy running at special teams. Man, we got a lot of edges. I don't know how we're gonna get them all on the field. So I say put Jalen as an off-ball linebacker and let him
Yeah.
play, man.
He's
But
gonna be the Swiss Army now. They
they
talking
got
that's
to.
distraction. That's distraction. You're
Got
not
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you're
Got
not
to.
about to waste. You ain't gonna waste that kid.
Mm-mm.
And granted, it probably wouldn't be a waste, but you got other people that could play the edge. He's gonna be the spy, the in
Yes.
coverage, the off the ball blitz type stuff. Yeah, he'll be
Hmm.
fine.
So did we need to bring Leonard Floyd in here? Did we waste
Yeah,
that money?
No, I
you
don't think
need
that was a
veteran
waste.
presence. You need veteran presence for
Veteran.
sure at that position.
Hmm.
And Leonard Floyd consistently been getting 8 sacks, right? And granted, he's been
Playing
robbing
with a
to
better
somebody's bat.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, robbing to somebody's Batman, but we'll see. We'll see. He was cheap too, and he came home. I think he took a hometown discount,
He's
didn't
home, baby. He's home where he belongs.
he? Let's see. Let's see how it works.
Think you out of TFL County or Coffee County down there. Yeah, right around my hometowns. My grandmama now.
What I'm saying, ain't you I thought you was from like Northwest Atlanta.
No, I mean, where Mother Elizabeth Jordan was born down there.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
We call down home, baby. You know, that's crazy, man. My vacations when I was a kid, we didn't. I never went to Disney and all that stuff. For vacation, I went to Vacation Bible School. went to Toccoa
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Tacoma.
went down home. Went down. That was my vacation, man. We ain't never go to
Sound like
Disney or
sound
nowhere.
like Roscoe Jenkins.
Went down home. That was it.
Tacoma. Woo. Oh
Those were the
boy.
days, man. You don't know nothing
Them
about
was
that,
the
man.
memories, Mathis. You don't know about
Boy,
that
Nah, I
Tacoma.
don't. To both of y'all. I don't.
Woo.
I'm sorry.
Woo. Let
Age
me tell
age
you.
is age is coming out here. I can feel it from
man,
both
Toccoa,
sides.
Georgia. Up North
Let me
Georgia was
tell you.
fun, boy.
Mm. Got to meet girls from all over the
All
state.
around the
All the
state.
girls from Forsyth, Georgia,
Hey,
from
listen,
Macon, from
you hear what he's
Savannah.
saying, right? He hear say girls, right? But you know why we went? It was with the church.
It was with the church. It was for church. It was like the week of, the church would go for a week, but it was all kinds of other churches coming. So
Ooh.
you got to see girls that you didn't keep in mind. It's like
Yeah,
1987.
yeah, yeah. Back in
So you ain't got no cell phone. Yeah, it was wonderful time. Wonderful
That's
time.
a good thing.
go see the
It's a good Christian time. A
Go
good
see the
Christian time was had.
Christian young ladies.
Our Christians
Forget
are
the
the
rest
worst
of everybody
ones.
else, but y'all saw some Christian young ladies.
We're trying to get out of here.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Anyway,
Anyway,
back to the
anyway.
football. Back to football. Yeah. All right. So Nick Nash has a chance. Does Kobe Bryant have a chance?
Yeah, yes.
He said he gonna
Does he
start.
have a chance to start?
It's 17 weeks. By week 8, I think he could be starting.
Wow.
So we're that you
I'm that.
have no confidence in Hughes,
No,
Phillips,
too small.
D. Alford.
What have they done for me lately?
Now the Falcons coaching staff is high on Phillips because he's coming off
Hey,
injury, saying he looks really good, saying and I'm just telling you what they saying.
he's
They
been
saying
looking like that
that
since he was
and
drafted.
but again, PFF says that he is a fairly decent cornerback. That's what they're saying. He's undersized. We know he's undersized, but they're saying he's a fairly decent cornerback.
Hey, man, y'all can blame that defensive coach all y'all want to, but if your instincts don't kick in on the 10, the 8, the 7 yard line, or you 10 yards off the ball, standing in the end zone, you're not right. Not for me.
Okay,
Not for
we'll
me.
see. Let's see how he played this year.
There ain't no Jimmy Lake. If you're gonna do that, that means as soon as the ball is snapped, you should be making a move towards that guy. Something.
Well, like Daryl
No.
said, Jimmy, it ain't Jimmy Lake anymore. So
Yeah,
See,
Kobe
that-
Bryant is tall. He's tall. No, he's what 6 feet. 6 feet.
6 feet, 6 feet.
6 feet by one. No, he's kind of slim too.
Yeah,
Put on a
180.
little weight.
we play the Rams, so now you're looking at Devontae Adams and Puka. Who else we play? You got Tampa Bay. They got two
Uh-huh.
tall receivers. Like
Yeah.
the receiver, 5'9". I don't care how athletic he is. That don't mean nothing to me.
Hey, Kobe is good. I would say Kobe is good because if you 3-time all Big 12 all conference, um you're pretty good. And they were saying that he was the number one player that didn't get drafted.
Drafted.
That's what they're saying. He was the best player that didn't get drafted. So he was the number one overall undrafted free agent. And just so happened, we picked him up when we didn't draft a cornerback, when we thought we did need to do that. So by them getting Billy Bowman, I guess that takes one of those cornerback spots, that nickel. But a true cornerback, uh, Kobe Bryant was right there for us.
And he's getting
He
ready to
came
be
here,
way more. He's getting ready to be extremely hungry because he did not get drafted.
of
You
course.
you
Yep.
you getting ready to let a dog off the leash because he know where he should be at. He know where he should have been at.
Hmm.
So
To your point, Mathis, I think that he is that he's one of those. The reason he came here is because he knows he can compete for the job.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, he came here because of that.
I'm sorry. Mike Hughes is done in Atlanta after this season. Unless he just goes out there and has a miraculous year, because we're gonna have the money next season to assign some players, which I'd prefer him not to just show out for one season. So if he's just gonna be trash, be trash. Um, but
So just
Yeah,
be
I don't,
true. Just be the true you.
yeah, just yeah. Don't pull the Angels in the outfield and have somebody with you the whole season. Don't do that.
The sixth man.
Yeah, don't do none of that. But Kobe Bryant, I think, will overtake him for that starting position.
Mhm. So, what do you think about the Saints, man? Me and Daryl got a chance to laugh at him earlier. What do you
They
think about the Saints?
Well, they sit up
Derek
there and
Carr
let these
retired.
they sit up there and let these other owners say, "Hey, don't draft. Hey, this, then the third," and now y'all look like some dummies.
They can always trade for
Oh yeah, and I hope he asks for the Superdome itself.
him. The little
if,
Caesar
if you
Superdome.
trade, if you trade for me, well, my contract is time to be. Look, I'm owning a piece of this dome.
So, do the Falcons, if they come calling for Kirk Cousins, will the Falcons do it?
First round pick.
No, they better not. They better not for not all the gold in the world in Fort
First
Knox. They better not.
for 1 year.
But I don't care.
First
I don't
first
care.
Yeah, but
You do
see,
not trade
you
do
thinking
not
small
trade in the
time,
division. You
man.
do
First
not trade
round
in
pick, first round.
Mathis, what's my goal? My goal is Super Bowl this year and next year, right? That's it. I just want one before I die. And I drink a
Can
monster
we get
energy
our
drink
first round
every
pick back?
day. It-
Can we
that-
get our first round pick?
no, I don't need that. I don't want that. Look, this the Falcons. The Falcons trade Kirk Cousins to the Saints for a first round pick. The Falcons will lose to the Saints twice. Kirk
Twice.
Cousins will throw for 400 yards each
I would.
time.
But first,
Wait. The Falcons will lose twice, and then whoever we bring in as a free agent will do something and we'll get busted for tampering and lose that first round pick. It's the Falcons, bruh.
That's
Just
true.
roll with
I'm
it. Roll with the
taking
punches.
that first round pick, sending Kirk Cousins along. Even if we lose to the Saints twice, I don't care. We haven't been to the playoffs in 8 years.
You lose to the Saints twice, you don't make the playoffs.
If we beat
Is this
everybody,
division? In this division?
come on, man. The Saints twice. Let's say if we go undefeated, what is it? Is it 4-2, 6-2, 4-2,
4 and 2.
4-2? If we go 4-2 in the division and we handle our business outside of the division, we're going to the playoffs.
If that's the case, we don't lose to the Saints twice.
Hey, I want to win. I
Try,
want to
try,
beat the
so wait,
Saints.
wait,
I
wait.
don't care. I
So,
want to beat
so,
the
Who's a
so
Saints. We
who's a
y'all
got
giving
who's
up,
a who's a
the
better
playoffs for the Saints. That's what you're saying.
who's a
no.
yeah,
You
I
want
do
to
that.
beat them too.
I do that. I do
Got to
that.
beat the Saints,
I do
man.
that.
You'll do that?
I
No,
go
I don't do. I
I go
won't do that.
It's
I
the
go
But
two
you
same
and
got to beat
dude
the
that
Saints.
15.
said he
I
want
go
You
I
got
he
to
go
won a
beat the
2
Super
and
Saints.
Bowl in 2 years,
15.
but you
We
worried
beat
about
the
the Saints.
Saints. I will go 2 and 15 if we beat this. You don't understand the depth of
He
the
don't know.
It's
disdain.
He don't know
That's
nothing
what
terrible
about
it
right
football.
is.
now.
I
I'm
will go 2 and 15.
I've been bamboozled. Like I don't know what you can't holler about Super Bowl in 2 years and you worry about 2-15 because you beat the Saints.
I'm I'm just saying, do not you say
You got to
if I
beat the
gotta have
Saints at least
extremes,
once.
if
You
I
can't
gotta have
lose twice.
extremes,
You
I'm
can't
and
lose
giving
twice.
up I'm giving up Boardwalk and Park Place to win everything.
you're gonna
So
you're gonna end up with
if the
Mediterranean and Baltic. That's what you're gonna
and if
end up
I
with.
and if I kill you,
He
if I
gonna get
kill you out
Hollywood
on
and
Mediterranean,
Bankhead.
yeah, like I will give up that game in New Orleans and that game in Atlanta with all the hotels on it if we go to the playoffs and win a game or two.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
want to
you
beat the Saints. I feel you though. Yeah, you're right. The
come
big
on. You
picture, we
talking
want to
about
go to
Super
the
Bowl
playoffs.
in a year or two, but you talk about 2-15. You are not ready.
I wouldn't
Super
give
Bowl in
him
a
to.
year or two, but we gonna beat the Saints twice, right? That's the whole thing. We gonna beat them twice. If you lose, so if you lose to Kirk Cousins on the Saints 2 times, that means you probably losing to Baker Mayfield. Is Baker Mayfield a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins? Maybe, but he's comparable. That means you're probably losing one, if not two, to freaking Bryce Young. Is Bryce Young a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins? Getting there. So if you're telling me we lose to the Saints twice, we probably lost to the Bucks twice. And
Well,
at that point,
cardiac, you the cardiac
you
cat. So let's say we lost to the Saints on 2 field goals. That's cool. To go to the play, let me go to the NFC Championship game versus the Eagles. That means Daryl don't go to no game. Don't you go to all the regular season games. You don't get to watch no playoffs because all you wanted to do was beat the Saints. You just want to beat the Saints. So when the playoffs come around and we're in the NFC Championship game, you listen to it on the radio. You listen to
if
the
we
radio.
lose, trust me when I tell you, we lose to the Saints twice, we're not in the NFC Championship game. Not as the Saints are constructed.
No,
But
we're
you know
not
as
a good
well as I
team.
do. Kirk Cousins goes to the Saints, he finds a way to beat the Falcons twice.
They're gonna be line dancing down there in the dome.
they found a way to beat us once last year,
Yeah, with
right?
Rattler, huh?
With Rattler.
Man,
It's a different that's a different type of thing, man. That's a true rivalry.
Where did Spencer beat us in New Orleans?
New Orleans, New Orleans. We beat them
But
here.
but why? But why did we lose that game?
Scantling went off. Valdez, what's his
oh, he
name?
went crazy.
He
He
went
did.
nuts that
But
game.
wait. But why did we lose the game though? We lost the game because of your kicker. Your kicker.
Oh,
Your kick.
Krieg wasn't
Your kicker
Krieg wasn't
missed
on
the
the
field
Krieg wasn't on
goal.
the team. Krieg wasn't on the team then.
Oh my God, golly, Jesus Christ! hey, hey, hey! Look, these kickers are your best friends, okay?
You know how
I,
Darryl does. Hey, his best kicker right now is Creed.
Hey,
man,
look, Krieg, my kicker. Man, he my kicker.
So he don't, he
But
don't, he don't
I
claim
feel
he don't claim Cool no more.
no, Cool ain't gonna be on the team. Let's be fair. Cool don't make the team.
Just reminded me of something. Do we have a center?
yes,
Who?
He's gonna Newsom, he's gonna
He's
sign.
not even signed.
He's gonna
Mathis, he's
sign.
not
He's
even
gonna
on
sign.
contract.
He's gonna
man.
sign.
If somebody wanted him, he would have been gone.
Why is it taking so long to sign this cat, man?
Maybe they're waiting for the new year. I don't know. It don't matter.
He gonna be here.
Nick,
Man,
The Falcons offensive line coach has already been referring to him as the starting center for the Falcons.
man.
He's going to be signed. Don't worry. Don't worry. Now I don't know who the backup
Boom.
is.
There you go.
Yep.
That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do.
Do we got the money for that? What we
we
got on the
are
cap?
broke.
Yeah, we broke. I'm glad I got something else too, but yeah, I'm glad we were able to sign I found 5 draft picks. We got them signed. Guess who is holding out?
Copy it.
Shamar Stewart.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he ain't.
Yes, he is. Holding out.
To
He
be honest,
hasn't been signed.
he didn't go in the first. Who drafted him?
I can't even remember. I was just so glad he was gone. Let me look.
The Ravens?
That must have been
Nah,
like
they got
No,
Malachi.
they got
They got
Green.
Malachi.
They got Green.
They got
it's
Green.
like Green.
Yeah.
You know what? It don't matter. To be honest with you, if he got drafted by the
Bengals.
Falcons,
He's holding out with the Bengals.
well, the Bengals don't want to sign nobody on defense.
Said the Bengals are bungling the contract negotiation with first round Shamar Stewart.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're gonna end up losing old boy too.
Hendrickson.
He gone. I'm,
That's a lot of money for somebody to pick up, though.
hey, at the end of the day, I know they spent the money, so I get it. But if you're getting ready if that's getting ready to roll back over to where you have the funds available, you make that happen. If the Falcons didn't do what they did, I would be looking for him next season.
Wow. Second round pick holding out too.
They might be really broke.
They done gave those wide receivers all that money, man.
And they know that. Did they already pay Joe Burrow? Did he already get his contract? I don't
Yeah,
think
didn't he
he.
I
last
think
year?
he did. Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's a wrap. That's a
Bengals
wrap.
got $22 million in room, so they could sign. They
They could
really
sign
could.
who?
I'm saying they could pay they could pay Henderson and they could pay Stewart can't be asking for much, right? I don't know what he's asking for. So maybe they lowballing him. We got $3.9 million in cap space, effective cap space.
Nothing. We're broke, man.
You'll be happy to know our dead money is only 7.5 million.
Broke. Straight broke.
That's because he's still on the team.
Trying their best to pay Ryan Newsom. That's crazy, man. Straight crazy.
But yes, we're gonna beat the Saints twice. We're gonna beat them twice. Man, this him doing that, Derek Carr retiring, actually put the Saints at $16.3 million
Man, they
in
could have had
spending money.
Shadur Sanders, man.
They didn't want Shador. Nobody wants Shador.
They could have had Shadur Sanders.
Nobody wanted Shador.
They
No.
got Tyler Shuck.
Hey, I
Shucking
believe
oysters.
I believe the people in Pittsburgh wanted him, but
Let me rephrase.
it's you against the NFL.
Yeah. Let me rephrase. Didn't nobody want Dion. I think that's a little better way to put it. Nobody wanted Dion. If I always said that Shadur Sanders falls into the realm of Tim Tebow and Colin Kaepernick. Nobody wants the circus that's coming with it. It's all very different circuses. Circus I is the plural of circus, circus I. Circuses. It's all very different circuses, but it's a circus. And nobody wanted that. Tim Tebow brought his own little circus with him of his story.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Kaepernick brought his own little circus with him of what he was doing. And Deion Sanders was going to be a circus. And I mean, I'm sure y'all have all heard if you drafted Shador, you was possibly drafting the coach, the next coach.
Mm-hmm.
And who gonna do that?
So why did Cleveland draft him? Because they're probably
Cause
drafting
they
the next
dumb.
coach
Cause
as
they
well.
dumb as hell. That's why.
Goodness gracious.
Because they stupid. They got 5 quarterbacks. They stupid.
That is so dumb.
They Kenny Pickett. They went and got Joe Flacco. They're gonna draft a quarterback. Still got Deshaun Watson under the contract, and then gonna want to get
And
and
Deshaun is out
for all
again.
accounts,
He'll be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he tore his
yeah, but
he tore his Achilles at the end of the last season again.
yeah.
Dude.
So
The
okay,
other
but he's
one.
still on. He tore the other one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's out. He won't be here this year.
yeah. He's
That dude,
done.
Yeah,
that
he's
dude
done.
done.
So
But yeah,
Flacco,
they
yeah, that's
Flacco, Pickett, the guy
garbage.
they drafted, and then
Garbage.
and then Shador. By all accounts, Shador Sanders was the best looking quarterback in their
He'll probably
rookie mini
start.
camp.
Well, they so I've seen tape on him already, and he looks
Shadur gonna be up there
decent for
starting
what he's
for
done.
$680,000 a year. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy the way they did the kid.
Yeah,
But again,
No,
I mean, because he's going to a bad team. That's the thought process. He was going to a bad team because there's no good teams out there that need a quarterback, right? That's kind of the way it fell. He's going to a bad team. A bad team typically has a coach that is like, okay, I need to draft well. And you draft Shador as a starter, he don't do well because you don't know how to coach him because the only coach he's ever had his entire life is his dad. What's the owner going to do? Let's hire his dad. Or he goes out there and plays well, just well enough. You still lose your job because they want his dad. Nah, bro. Nobody. You don't want that. You ain't want that. Them problems. No, come on. The Saints would have done better to draft him just because their coach was his first year. And he's a brand new coach. So maybe he feels like he has some room. But I honestly think that I heard one sports writer actually say it as Shadur's stats are well manicured
Mm.
by Dion, and that Dion set his son up for success in a system that was going to work for him, ran the offense in a way that was going to work for him. And granted, every team should do that,
I'm
right, for their
saying, right?
quarterback, right? But the stats were, his words, manicured. And I have to agree, because looking at
Dude, talk.
Shador, he does not look like a quarterback. Shador does not. When you look at Shador Sanders, he does not look like a pro. He does not look like an NFL quarterback. He's not. He doesn't have his father's speed, right?
No,
So he's not a scrambling quarterback. He's mobile, but he's not
that's
a
what you're looking
scrambling
for,
quarterback.
right? You're looking for a
He's
mobile quarterback.
yeah.
So
You're
he's
looking
Drew
for somebody
Brees. He's Drew Brees.
yeah. And does Drew Brees look like a quarterback?
I don't care. It's Drew Brees.
He ended
But
up looking
there's
like a
plenty.
quarterback.
Drew Brees.
but there's plenty of guys out there that look like Drew Brees that aren't quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying?
What?
Or they're not good quarterbacks.
Who you
Quinn
pick to
Ewers.
look like a quarterback that he just look like a quarterback, and he's terrible. So I'll take the one that looks like Drew Brees and don't look like a
Man,
quarterback. And he's gonna go
I,
out there and throw for 5,000 yards and win me a Super Bowl.
I just think that it was a lot of strikes against Shador Sanders coming into it, and it's stuff that and he had expectations that his agent should have tempered. Oh, but he didn't have an agent.
good.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was just way too much, too many. What's the kids say? Too many red flags. When you
But hold
dating a
on,
girl and
hold
she
on.
show you too many red
Gary
flags.
Sheffield never had an agent. He was his own agent.
Yeah, that's baseball. Number one. Number two, Gary
Damn.
Sheffield. Gary Sheffield could rake. That dude was a hog.
Yeah, but
So
not in the
totally,
beginning.
yeah, but not. And Lamar Jackson doesn't have an agent.
Right. He has his mama.
That's Lamar. That's Lamar Jackson. Everybody else, the overwhelming majority of players in the NFL have an agent just for that reason, to say, hey, this is what I'm hearing. I got my ear to the ground. I'm listening to what the teams are saying. Hey, dog, this is what you need to do. That's what an agent is for. Number one, people will be more honest with an agent than they will be with Deion Sanders or even the kid's father, however you want to look at him. But they'll be more honest with Mathis. If you was my agent, people would be more honest with you than they would be with my dad, right? About my chances. So he doesn't have an agent. He's the son of Deion Sanders, and he has Deion Sanders for a father. Those three things, look, it turned out how it turned out. Hopefully he proves them wrong. I'd love to see the kids succeed in Cleveland. Love to see it, because the Browns suck. So I'd love to see it. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
Yeah, we
minute, I
we
think.
we we're gonna have to talk about that now. I'm
What?
kind of
We need
I'm,
to,
I'm
because
kind of numb right now, son.
I
I'm
ain't
kind of
gonna
numb
lie.
right now, son.
Dion
We gotta talk. We gotta talk about that. Hey,
Has
coming
definitely done
soon.
a
Coming
good
soon.
thing.
Mathis and Yo versus Daryl.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh no, that's unfair. That's
Hey
unfair.
man,
It's
Hey,
two. It's
we
two
got to
on
get
one.
these
real
stats.
quick.
We got to put this stuff up here, man, because
Yeah, that's tough.
he
That's
was
tough.
literally one of the top picks to even be the Heisman. He was up there in Heisman talks. Even coming into the draft, he was one of the top three by all of the experts.
Mhm.
Thought to be so. I don't know.
They didn't want that circus. Okay, Tim
I
Tebow.
understand. I understand
Tim
that. I get
Tebow,
that.
Heisman winner. Heisman winner.
But Tim couldn't throw, man.
I agree, but he was a
He did a
Heisman
wine.
winner.
He looked like Phil Nico trying to throw a pass, man. You gotta lift his
But
leg up. Leave.
but nobody wanted to deal with the circus for what they were going to get. And owners, if they think they can win with somebody, they'll put up with anything if they think they can win, right?
He was drafted first round, right? Tim Tebow,
Huh?
first round pick.
Yeah. Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Denver Broncos, first
Yeah.
pick. So how was that the circus? What was the
But
circus?
you
Him
saw,
taking?
how you saw, and he even got them a playoff win, right?
You
He
got
beat the Steelers that year. And
yeah
where
with
was he the
your
next year?
baby, huh?
Where was he the next year? Where was he the next year?
Right, right, right. I get
He
it. He
was
wasn't a
gone.
good quarterback. I
But he was
understand.
good enough to get them. He was good enough to be their first pick. He was good
Man,
enough
they
to
had the
win them a
best defense in the
playoff
world,
game.
man. You
He
know,
was
they
good
had
enough to
the
get them a playoff game. To
they
Shador
had
get
could
the
have
you
been the
didn't.
number 2 pick in the draft, man.
Mm. This is where I think he definitely wasn't better than Cam Ward. And if you watch when you saw him and Cam Ward throwing together, just listen to them talk. Cam Ward was way more serious about the game of football than Shador was. Maybe Shador was fronting. Forgive me, I'm old. Maybe he was flogging. Forgive me, I'm old. What do the young kids say?
hey man,
Maybe
yeah.
he was perpetrating. Nah, that's
Let
old school too.
let
Dog twin,
Maybe he was capping, right? So
Kevin. Yeah, I guess I done heard that one.
so maybe he was trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, but he came off as being looking immature compared to Cam Ward. So Cam Ward was consensus number one. Who was the second quarterback drafted? Jackson Dart, right? Do I think he's better than Jackson
Travesty.
Dart?
That's a travesty. Yes, man. He's way better than Jackson Dart.
I
Which
think Jackson Dart gonna do what Bo Nix did. I honestly think that's what's gonna end up happening with him. He has a chance to be the best quarterback in this draft.
okay. So then is he better than Shuck?
Who
Everybody better than Tyler Shuck. Shuck
who is
about to
who is
retire.
that?
He just got drafted. He about ready for retirement already. He ain't got a year to be eligible.
So maybe he's better than Shuck, right?
Man,
But
Shuck,
nobody wants the drama and the
he's
circus that comes with Deion Sanders.
he was the second
That's
best
the key.
quarterback.
He's gonna be busy. He got his own season to worry about.
You really think so?
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
really think so? When has Deion ever been too busy for his sons?
he's gonna be too busy now. They grown. They're gonna be grown and gone now.
he,
Yeah, man.
he-
They're gonna be
he's
Trust,
giving
grown and gone.
them.
trust me,
The only
trust me.
way
You go.
the only way Bucky's even around because he know how to he know how to film. He knows how to do
you
it.
Deion Sanders going to be all over Cleveland media,
Nah,
all
I
over
doubt
it.
it.
Come start.
I doubt it'll be their doing. It'll be their doing.
Yes, that's my whole point. That's
It'll be
like,
them.
do you think that Tim Tebow wanted that circus? No, he didn't. Do you think that Colin Kaepernick wanted what he wanted to become a circus? No, he didn't. Right? Originally, he started off in the back. He was sitting down on his own. Right? The media turned that into a circus.
Mhm.
That's what media does. It's going to be a media circus in Cleveland
See, but the deal is
around
Shadur
Deion
is not a
Sanders.
bad kid.
And
Never in trouble.
I'm
Plays
not saying
well. So
I'm
it's
not
all
saying
about
he
Dion.
is.
It's all about
It's
Dion.
Dion. I'm not saying if they had gotten agent and an agent that was strong enough to push back on Deion Sanders and say, hey, look, dog, you had your time in the spotlight. Trust your kid to me. I will get him to where he needs to be. If that had happened, Shadur Sanders is the second quarterback off the board. Maybe the first,
Okay.
but that
Now
didn't happen.
I can
Dion
agree. I felt a
Dion
certain
goofed it up
way.
for his son.
You're right. I did feel a certain way when he was saying that, yeah, he won't go and play here, he won't play there. I got that. I got that, you know.
And let's put it out there
You're
front.
not
I felt the same way back when Archie or when
Eli.
freaking
Eli.
Eli Manning
Mhm.
and Ben Roethlisberger came out. I remember sitting in a truck on a flight line listening to that draft, and I was like, Eli Manning said, "What? You
His,
out your mind?"
his dad is it,
Eli
yeah.
Manning,
And
yeah, Eli Manning proved us wrong. Went on to win 2 Super Bowls. He proved us wrong. I would feel the same way if I was old enough to understand what John Elway's dad did. Hey, my son will
hmm
baseball
Yeah,
before he
baseball,
plays
yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Colts.
hmm
I
so
feel the
what's the
same way. Let your
difference?
son go play, huh?
What's the difference though?
The difference is those guys are like I never once thought that Archie Manning was going to involve himself in the goings on of the team. He was simply saying, I don't want my kid to play there. That's what Dion said. Again, I feel the same way about them all. Like, dude, you just let your son come into the league and play where he gonna play, right? That only makes sense. That's only fair. But we know Dion gonna be involved. That's the difference. Granted, the others may be involved. I'm sure they are behind the scenes. They're in their son's ear. They're giving him counsel. They're guiding him, right? I'm sure of that. Dion would be in his son's ear in the media,
I
trying to
don't
affect
think
things
so.
on his son's behalf with the team in the media. I don't need that circus. If your
Gotcha.
son comes to me, because even if you come to me, if I'm the owner of the team and Archie Manning comes to me and says some stuff, I'ma listen. But at the end of the day, your boy got to do what we say. If Deion Sanders does that, he's not coming to me. He's going to be in the media with it, and it's not Shadur's fault, right? He didn't
So
ask for this.
so
What's the difference?
confidence and cocky and doing things the right way is fifth round material. When Johnny
That was
Manziel,
collusion, man. That was straight
when Johnny
collusion. Like
Manziel,
Stephen A. said, that was collusion.
yeah, Johnny Manziel does what he does. He won the Heisman, and he could be the 23rd pick.
Johnny Manziel didn't have a father that was out there like that, right? And we saw how Johnny Manziel turned out, right?
I done needed a
So take
father
the
like that.
right. So I'm trying to see. Look, Big Baller Brand didn't last long as a brand, but he got his sons drafted
And got a whole
lottery
lot of
pick.
money.
Yeah.
He proved it right.
He
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah. Difference.
Serena and Venus Williams' father said that, hey, these are going to be the best tennis players, women, whatever. If you want to put them in the men,
Yeah, they were the best
and
in the
men,
world.
if you would put Serena in her better years, along with the men, she's still probably a top 10, top 5 player.
Nah.
So,
You are
No, no,
high
no, no, no.
on
No, no. She don't.
crack right now.
Even
Did
Serena
you
says she don't win nothing.
there's no
No,
way.
okay,
no, no,
Look,
no,
so
look.
no, no.
No, no,
even
no.
so,
No, no.
even
But
so,
still, they were
she's the
She's the
best
best
female tennis
female
player
female.
player
ever.
Yeah,
ever of all time.
Right.
ever,
Yes.
hands down.
Yes.
Who else is that? Tiger Woods and his father.
Yeah, no, Tiger.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. But his
so,
father was
if,
just nice and
okay,
calm,
so
just
take
calm.
Tiger out of there. But these other fathers were willing to go to bat for their children, so I don't see anything being wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like having somebody in your corner and that's uplifting you, regardless of how cocky or how if it's cocky or confident, it doesn't matter. That's been
I say it
instilled
does.
in him
I
to
say it
where
does, but okay.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's a problem.
We can save that. We can save that for the next
Yeah,
conversation that we
we got a
have
big.
about
Ooh, we got a good one. We got a
it.
good one coming. We're gonna have to compare some of these quarterbacks, like those guys were compared before.
Well,
Uh,
I will tell you flat
we
out.
got to talk about this
If
one.
we say on the field, I say that Shadur's probably the third best quarterback. Wasn't better than Cam, right? Jackson Dart probably a little bit better. He's better than Shuck for sure. He's better than Quinn Ewers. He's better than uh I can't even remember who else came out, right? So
All of them.
he's
I'm gonna tell
better
you
than
right
them.
now, if I had the number one pick, I would have picked Shador over Cam Ward.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And that's just me.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
But Cam
Cam
Ward,
Ward, he was all right. I mean,
he didn't look like he cared
it didn't. He did not care.
at
Could not
any
care.
game last year when he
Yeah,
played.
because they couldn't win anything when they needed to.
And
And
then
he,
not to
he
finish
didn't.
out the bowl game. Like
And I get that
that
he's about to go to the
alone,
draft.
just looking at film, just watch a whole 60-minute game. Cam Ward didn't look like he was just awesome. He
And if he
made
was that
some
good, he would have
amazing
gone.
plays.
He would have already gone
Yeah, he made some amazing plays, but Shador did too.
with no line,
So
With
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 no
with
offensive line.
with with the Heisman Trophy winner on
I,
his
I
team.
get it. Now look, Shador had
He had
so okay. He had the
no line.
Heisman Trophy winner. They also had a person down there in Miami that set the record for receptions in the history of their school. So they both had talent around them. I do believe Shador had one of the best wide receiver cores in the nation.
Rank the
But
offensive line though.
to not have anybody that can block in front of you is still
They had
amazing, though. You
five.
know what I'm saying?
They had five
So
Kyle Pitts on the offensive line. Center, Kyle Pitts. Right guard, Kyle Pitts. Left guard, Ray McLeod. Left tackle was Kyle Pitts Jr.
Tight end, Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Somebody's just out there in running.
God, dog. Yeah. It was bad. It was real bad. But I think, like I said, this is something to talk about a little bit later on.
We can talk about it another time.
We already rocked wide body to sleep, but he did say this.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, that ball flip before you're throwing, you're gonna have to fix that, brother.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
You're gonna have to fix that because you're gonna be flipping in the ball, flipping in the air, along with the stars. Yep.
My man said 5 a.m. come quick. I'm like, yeah.
I got
5 a.m. I'll be driving in. I'll be pulling into work at 5 a.m.
Man, we're gonna let y'all get on out of here. Oh man, I just realized what time it was.
yeah, they about to get started themselves.
Yeah. Let you get on out of here. Hey, we appreciate all y'all who jumped on.
Appreciate
Wide
y'all.
Body and Josh and who else? King Richie for a second. I know we had some technical difficulties, and we'll come back Friday with something big and better. Okay, so we will
Georgia
see y'all.
Texas boy, don't throw nothing back. Keep everything you catch. He out there fishing. Keep everything you catch. Don't
Throw it back, man. If it's too little,
keep that.
You sound like Dion right now.
Get some. You got some hot grease and some cornmeal waiting on it. I don't care how big it is. Put in that cornmeal and put in that grease real quick. It's good.
Man, gonna get locked up out there. Ain't nothing like getting locked up by the game warden for fishing.
Oh, foolish.
Oh man. Anyway, hey, we're gonna get on out of here. We'll see y'all Friday, 8:30. We're gonna have some fun. All right. We'll see y'all later. Be safe. Be blessed. Daryl.
Play dirty.